Hello, it's me, Kayla. Okay, so now let's continue on this. We have 4.1 here, and how many topics are there in chapter 4? How many sections? 1, which is this one. Okay, yeah, one linear equation and also one non-linear equation. The simultaneous equation. Okay, so let's do it. What is linear and what is non-linear? Linear means something like an equation of a line. So x plus 2y and so on, all power of 1. Okay, you have x only and you have y only with some coefficients in front. Okay, what's non-linear? Non-linear means x squared, y squared, or x times y. Okay, those are non-linear. X, y to the power 2 and so on. Those are the things that's harder. So you won't be learning it here. Most likely, okay. So solving simultaneous equations. Okay, this is a question here. So solve the simultaneous equations, and you have x plus 2y is equal to 1, and also x squared plus y squared equal to 1. So in the exam, first step, I write the equations down. I both write down, and I label first one 1, label the second one 2. Okay, just remember so that you get your marks. Okay, accordingly. Okay, first, what do I need to do? I need to sub one into another one. Okay, or I can just equate them. But no, you don't. You won't want to equate them. You want to make x to stay alone on one side, okay, on one side of the equation, okay. Then what do you do? Now you put it here from 1, x is equals to 1 minus 2y. Then I sub into 2, okay. Stay one side, sub into 2. Then I will get something like 1 minus 2y squared, then plus y squared. Okay. What do I have? Here I need to expand by using the formula a plus b, the whole thing square is equals to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. I have a negative here, so I should be getting the negative and negative here. Alright? Okay, next. So it's going to give me something like 1 minus 4y plus 4y squared. A squared minus 2ab, okay, then plus b squared. Then this one copy down, copy down. Okay, I'm going to solve for this. 1 and 1 cancel off. I'll get this one. Total up, I'll get 5y squared minus 4y is equal to 0. So I need to factorize this or solve it. So factorize it means I take the y out. So I'll get y times 5y minus 4 is equals to 0. Then a times b equals 0 means what? A equals 0 or b equals 0. Here gives me y equals 0 or y is equals to 4 over 5. Okay, so now, am I done? I want to solve these simultaneous equations. Then I get something like y values. So solving means solve all the variables. Okay, so y equals 0 and y equals 4 or 5. Not enough. Get a sub it back and find x. So now, y equals 0, you sub into to either this one, okay, this one, or side back to here, you get what? X equals to 1. Okay, you sub this one into here, okay, you get x equals 1. And when y equals 4 or 5, you can either sub into here or sub it back to 1. Okay, then you get back the equation and you solve for it. It's x equals to -305. Okay, then we are done. We have two pairs of answer. We write there. Conclusion, we have answer number 1. I mean, you don't have to write answer number 1 in the exam. Just write x equals 1, y equals 0, and also x equals -305, y is equal to 405. Then what do you get? You get 5 marks in your SPM paper 2, question 1. Okay, so that's simple. Okay, remember the steps. Write down the equations. Let one of the variables to stay on one side and sub into the second one. Solve for it, and don't remember to sub it back to get the other variables. Okay, you have 2 answers if you have square. Sometimes you only have 1, sometimes you have 2 and so on. Okay, so let's see the other one. Okay, another example here. SPM 2010, paper 2, question 1, fix. Okay, always solve the simultaneous equations. X minus 2y is equal to 7, and also xy is minus x is equals to 9y. Write down 1 and 2, I label it, okay, so that it's easier to refer. I don't have to draw the arrow here and there. It's a bit messy. Then your examiner don't like it, okay? Okay, so now, what I want to do, I want to make x to stay one side. Why do I choose x to be staying on one side, not y? Okay, imagine if you want to make y to stay on one side, what you have to do? Move the 7 over, then divide by 2. When you hear divide by 2, you don't like it, right? Okay, because you have a fraction which is difficult to deal with and you want it. So you want here, try to make this to be having no fraction if possible. Okay, if not possible, I can't say anything. If you have 3x minus 2y equals 7, then either way you have to have a fraction. So what you have to do in that case, let's say for this one, 3x minus 2y is equals 7. You want to make them to stay one side. Like let's say I take x, for example. X will be equals to what? 7 plus 2y divided by 3. Okay, so I got this one. So no choice, I have to just substitute back. Okay, with this one. Okay, so now let's continue from here. X equals to 2y plus 7. And from 2, I make some simplification here. So x times y minus 1 is equals to 9y. I can choose not to do that and directly sub this one here. Just that, I mean, I'm lazy, so I do this one nicely so that you can see, okay, this is a nice form. When you build up your experience, you do some questions, you see you'll be doing this one. Okay, you'll be smart enough to do this. Okay, so you just sub this one into here, and you get 2y minus plus 7, and y minus 1 is equal to 9y. Okay, it's easier than you just sub this thing here, multiply by y, and sub this thing here and minus again. So, you know, you waste paper and you're not environmental friendly. Just saying, okay? Alright, next, what do? Expand it. You have no choice but to expand this. Okay? You must know how to expand and expand properly. Be careful. 5 marks is that. Then after expansion, you get this. What equation is this? Yes, it is quadratic equation. How do you solve it? Calculator, one choice. And you see this. When the question says correct to 2 decimal places, it's giving you a hint, a big hint, saying that the answer is not a nice number. If it's not a nice number, stop spending time doing the cross thing, please. Okay? No. You're not going to do this. You are going to do calculator or formula. Okay? So now, let's continue. We have this one, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And your answer will be x is equal to negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay? Next. Solve. Plug it in. Press calculator. Got this one. And then, I have 2 things. One is y equal to 3.12, and the other one is y is equal to negative 1.12. What do I do? I put this one back into here. The place where x stayed alone. It's very lonely. So you sub it back, and you sub into 1, okay? Then you get x equal to this thing, which gives you 13.24. You do that, okay? So try this. If you may pause the video and try it yourself and see whether you get this answer before moving on, okay? So next, you get 4.76. I round it up, okay? I round it to 2 decimal places. Okay, how many significant figure is this? 4. How many significant figure is this? 3. So here 2 decimal place, here 2 decimal place. Okay, be careful. 2 decimal place. Big hint to use formula. Okay, right. Next. Okay. Solve the following simultaneous equations. Okay, again, we are going to write this. This one looks a bit difficult, right? You have x squared, you have y squared, you have 6xy. What the? No, okay, it's very simple. Okay, so 1, 2. From 1, we want to make who to stay one side. We want to make y to stay one side. Why? Because if you let x to stay one side, there will be a division by 3. Okay, so we have y equal to 3x minus 4 sub back into this one. Okay, we get this one. Then we have to expand it with patience. So we got this long one, simplify again. Then we get 5x squared minus 24x plus 16. So, you know, when this one is not 1, this quadratic equation, when the coefficient is not 1, then you might not have the experience, or you might not have the mood to actually solve this one by using factorization and so on. So if you really don't want, then you directly go on and plug into the formula. Just write down what is A, what's B, what's C. Then formula is always there for you. Then B plus minus square root B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A. You are supposed to be like very familiar with that. Okay, for the 5 marks here. Okay, so x equals 4 or x equals 0.8 for all 5. Okay, so sub this back into any of the equation. Of course, this one will be simpler. Okay, sub it back to 1, then you get this thing, then you get y equals 8. Then the other one, 0.1, 0.8, you sub it back to 1, you get negative 1.6. That's simple. Okay, so now you have this final check, which is your homework. So you gotta do this and write this in your paper and start doing, and to solve for this one. Okay, 1 question, 2 questions before you actually go on and like get the 5 marks. Okay, practice. Okay, the answer is given here. So x equals 4, y equals 2, x equals 1, y equals 5 for the first one, and the second one is given here as well. Okay, 4 significant figures. 4 significant figures. Okay, 4 significant figures. 4 significant figures. I don't have to write the 0 here. Okay, I don't have to write a 0 here. Okay, that's it. Okay, right? So now, I have a few summary here. So, if the question says, write answers in decimal places or significant figures, then definitely you will need to use the formulas to solve it, or your calculator, of course. Okay, so got this one, then you, which one to choose? If x was 3y is equal to 7, which one to use? Of course, you're going to take this, right? Okay, why? Because this one there's a fraction. Okay, next, check answer after you have done. How do you check answer? If you get answer is equal to 4, answer is equal to y equal to 2, then you gotta sub this x and y back into here and here. See left hand side whether it's equal to the right hand side. Then you are done. Okay, this is answer.